Welcome back to Daily Glow. Today we have a reading, What is on Their Mind? So we have 6 crystals to choose from, and each one will represent a different person on someone's mind. That's the intention that I'm setting anyway. The crystals that we're going to use today are these crystals. So we have crystal 1, which is a quartz point. Crystal 2 is a fire quartz heart that is hematoid quartz with iron inclusions. Ooh, wait, let me tell you what they mean. This one is supposed to increase or amplify manifestations. This one is grounding and related with courage and grounding. We have a Sardonyx, which is also called black stripe agate. And this is associated with balancing really extreme emotions. Why did I jump to the number 6? Okay, I'm jumping to number 6. This is the 6th crystal or 6th pile. This is a blue Peruvian opal with black tourmaline, and it also has pyrite inclusions too. I've never mentioned that before. I love this guy. This is a red Jasper heart. And this is Icelandic Spar or Optical Calcite. And again, I'm all over the place because I'll have to come back and tell you what these mean. But the Optical Calcite or Icelandic Spar is associated with clarity, vision, psychic ability, intuition, emotional balance. The red Jasper is deeply associated with spiritual healing and physical strength in the root chakra. Actually, the hematoid quartz also the root chakra, but the blue Peruvian opal is associated with communication, courage, ingenuity, soothing, and what was the other one? Expression and communication. Yeah, okay. So these are your 6 crystals. You can choose intuitively or however you want to choose. You can just jump right ahead to the timestamp. I'm not going to be editing my video at all, so I will see you at your reading. All right, thank you. Let's start now. We'll get ready for the quartz. Let's see. It's over. We have our selenite here because we always have cards jump on the floor. All right, and we're ready. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the first crystal, the quartz point, then this is your reading. Let's find out, what is the person on your mind really thinking about? What's on their mind? I'd like to get a couple descriptors for the person on your mind as sort of an energy check-in. Can we have a couple descriptors for the person on pile 1's mind? Teacher, strict, tall, capricious. That means somebody who's liable to change their mind frequently. Somebody who sort of follows their whims. Homebody, nosy, and an old soul. Okay, that was a lot more cards that came out than I expected, but we'll take it. Okay, these are describing the person on your mind. If these totally doesn't describe the person on your mind at all, you might want to pick a different crystal. But put that right there. And I'm also going to go ahead and choose, and you know what's funny? These are your Sacred Wealth Code Oracle cards, and on the bottom of the deck, what do we have? The teacher. Okay, yeah. You may be asking about your teacher specifically, or the person on your mind may be a teacher. Or they may just have they may be like a teacher. Okay, and then the cards that are coming out from shuffle are the King and the Merchant. This person could have Leo, Mercury, Virgo placements potentially. They don't have to. Interesting. Yeah, and that's double Leo because we had the celebrity fallout. This person could be well known. Again, though, double Leo. Also with teacher coming out twice. And let's see, teacher on in this one is Jupiter, so that's Sagittarius. But they don't have to have any of those signs, guys, okay? Those are just the cards that are coming out. Okay, so that's the energy check-in. Let's see. Interesting. This person could be a role model because right away I went to grab my Divine Guidance Oracle cards and Lighthouse came out. So with Teacher and Lighthouse, this person may be a role model, but I'd like to know now, what's on this person's mind? The person on pile one's mind, what's on this person? What is this person thinking about? Locked up material. This person is thinking about their financial stability. If they have investments, the market just went down. This person is literally thinking about how they lost money. As of the timing of this reading, this person may literally be thinking about their 401k. Funny for me, not funny to everybody. I'm sorry for anybody who's lost a significant amount of money. Yeah, okay. We had more fall on the floor. So things that this person is thinking about, they're thinking about their financial situation. They may be heavily leveraged right now, meaning they don't have a lot of financial freedom. It's making them feel really vulnerable. This person would like to have more fun in their life. It's possible that there's something that they want to learn or some sort of course of study that they want to dive into. They may want to go back to school. This person may be very academic. It could be somebody who like really values going to school but they feel like they can't because of their financial situation. Yeah, there's somewhere that they want to go. Okay, let's get some clarification. Mm, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna use the Pixie's Astounding Lenormand. These are the Lenormand cards from Edmund Zabrowski. Okay, I'm curious. What do they want to follow? Who do they want to follow? Who? And conflict. Yeah, tell me about follow and conflict. The bouquet, the child. Yeah, new beginning. I guess. Definitely something about a new beginning. The bouquet is usually a gift. Let me look this up. I'm still learning the Lenormand. Yeah, this person wants more fun in their life. But I also think that they may want to, hang on, they may want to pursue a relationship, or they'd want to take the next step in a relationship, um, or they want to move. These are the things that are coming forward. This person definitely wants to take the next step in their life in some sense. That's clear. They may want to have a child, actually. It's possible that they would like to have a child and they feel like they're not in a position to be able to do that easily. But the child card often means a new relationship, especially with the bouquet, the child, and we have here the novice card and follow. Probably this person is thinking about wanting to pursue a new relationship. But tell me about conflict, please. So either they want to pursue a relationship or they want to take the next step in a relationship. If they're in a relationship, they could be thinking about having a child, but whatever this next step that they want to take, they feel like they're not in a position of strength that they would want to be in to take that step. Yeah. Tell me about conflict, please. Yeah, the star and okay. The dog is loyalty and friendship. Some trust, somebody you can trust, somebody they can trust. They're thinking about somebody, friend or somebody they can trust. But I have to look up the star. Give me 1 second. This person is having a hard time trusting their intuition because the stars represent intuition, hope and healing. And so it came out upside down. They're feeling a lot of inner conflict um, about pursuing something that speaks deeply to them with somebody that they feel intuitively that they can trust. So this could be about a friend that they want to pursue a relationship with, or it could be about an existing love relationship and they want to take it to the next level, potentially moving in together or even like moving locations or something like that. Or even if they're in a fully committed and established relationship, having a child, something like that. But again, they're concerned about taking that next step because they're having trouble trusting their intuition and feeling concerned about the material. Okay, we're gonna dig in more. Yeah, they're feeling very vulnerable and not secure. So let's see, what's on their mind? The person on pile one's mind, what's on this person's mind? It's going to be uncomfortable. Yep. I'm so unsympathetic whenever that card comes out. I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. See, exactly. Don't worry about it. The conflict is internal. This person is having this internal conflict where they say to themselves, this is going to be so uncomfortable. And then they say back to themselves, don't worry about it. Very recently saw something or yeah, they saw something or read something or were told something, gained some sort of information in some way that made them understand this situation differently. And then it just sort of came together for them on a mental level. They're really grateful for that clarity. Actually, it could have been from a conversation they had with somebody, that they really do have like a good friend. It could be you. They have somebody that they trust that they can talk to, and in talking and sharing with that person, it's given them a lot of clarity about how they've perhaps been more affected by their inner shame than they would like to admit. And also, yes, there's somebody they've been sharing with about their grief, trauma, sadness, longing, a sense of loss, all of those kinds of things. And talking with this person has really helped them to feel a lot of relief and feeling centered, and really help them sort of to focus their thoughts on what they can actually actively do that would be productive instead of overthinking and sort of spinning out of control and anxiety or something. So this person has really been preoccupied thinking about taking some sort of big step in their life that they want to take, and talking to somebody, some trusted, loyal friend, or could be somebody they're in a relationship with, has been, could be you, has been really clarifying for them. This person really likes to feel in control, and taking this step would really have them stepping outside of their comfort zone. And so, yeah, they don't like that generally. They're really afraid of being misunderstood. They feel like okay, in this next step in their life, they feel like they have to be really careful about how they present themselves, what they say. Um, yeah, for instance, if this person is thinking of becoming a teacher, this is just an example. Like suppose this person is really, has established themselves in some field and now they're thinking of putting themselves out there as a teacher in that field. Well, now it's all this pressure about thinking about how they're going to be perceived and setting themselves up as some sort of role model and what will people think. And they'll have to be very careful about what they say and how they present themselves and the example that they're setting and all of this kind of thing. But it also could be talking about taking the next step in a relationship, or suppose that they have a friend who they have feelings for, and they are thinking about telling their friend that they have feelings for them. Then again, they have to be very, very careful. They feel like they have to be very careful about how they say it, and they feel like they have to be very vigilant and cautious in how they approach this because it makes them feel uncomfortable because they don't know how this person will receive them. If it's on some broader sort of stage, they don't necessarily know how they'll be received in that arena. Not that they have no idea how they'll be received, but because it's just outside of one's control. Okay, let's see. Ooh, yes. Okay, we're going to pull tarot. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. The sun comes out again. This is the third time that the sun has come out. So Leo season also I'm getting is really critical, really important. And you know what's interesting actually, the solstice, the June solstice has been coming up a lot, not just in my readings, but in everybody's readings. I'm actually thinking of doing a reading just on leading up to the solstice because there's something about that. It's really interesting. But anyway, the sun energy is coming out here. So we could have a Leo, but not necessarily. This person is thinking about stepping out of their comfort zone again, sort of stepping, if you think about stepping into the light, this person is ready to expose themselves, express themselves either in a personal relationship to a person or perhaps in a broader sense. Yeah, it's anxiety. They are wanting to pursue something that they will really enjoy. And again, it's either the next step in their career path, or it's again having a child, or it's again taking the next step in a relationship to solidify it. It's something they've been wanting to manifest. Oh my goodness. And for some, yeah, I think for a lot of people, this is a relationship, and represented here by the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. It's either something that's been undefined, that they have a desire now to define this, okay, because we have the Pentacles energy, Earth energy is very settled, stable, grounded, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's defined. Yes, so moving from either an undefined relationship to a defined relationship can also represent something very stable and grounded, such as moving into moving in together. So that could be that next step, but also the Queen of Pentacles is fertile, so it can also represent taking that next step as having a child or something. So once again, we have here just that taking the next step. That is something that they've really wanted. Oh, the sun can also represent the archetype of fatherhood. So once again, for some people, that's that. Page of Wands. Yes, for those who are thinking about beginning a relationship or transforming a friendship into a romance, they are thinking about taking somebody out on a date. That's something that they're really thinking about. Um, If they are thinking about something else, like moving in together or having a child or something, they're thinking about the playful aspect of it and the fun aspect of it. And how do we do this and still have fun? And how do we be financially stable, but keep play and romance and just enjoyable activities in our life? But I think, I'm gonna kind of hone in on the romance aspect. I think this is somebody who wants to begin a relationship. I think that's really what this person is thinking about, and this is wanting to ask somebody out on a date. This is what this person is thinking about. They're also thinking about how this person that they're thinking about wanting to be in a relationship with, they think that they're like a perfect match. Yes, and this is solidifying a relationship and a celebration of solidifying a relationship. So it's either moving in together or marriage. It can also be buying a house. Knight of Pentacles is wanting to move things along. It's often said to be the slowest knight in the deck, but moving things along in a way which is very solid and builds incrementally step by step so that it's a very stable outcome. And King of Wands, once again with the Lions, we have Leo energy coming out. Something could happen over Leo season. Okay, if they're thinking about somebody and they're not sure if that person likes them back or not, they're thinking, oh my God, there's a song coming through. That's hilarious. What song is this? It's George Harrison. They're thinking about what it will take to basically seduce somebody. But not just seduce them, but like to kind of like to help somebody fall in love with them. This is so funny. Oh my God, what is that song? It's oh, it'll come to me. It's now another song is coming through. What song is that? It says I gotta take a little time to think things over. I gotta read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. What song is that? Oh my God. Okay, music may be important. Um, good God. Give me a moment. Okay. I just looked them up. Okay, the first song that was coming through is Got My Mind Set on You by George Harrison. And it says it's gonna take a lot of time, it's gonna take a lot of money. And then the other song that was coming through is I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. So, yeah, you can look up those song lyrics if you want to. But yeah, basically this person is thinking about what it will take, and they believe that it will take time and money. And that goes back to at the very beginning, we saw that they are concerned about whether they have the material, including financial situation that they want to pursue what they want, to go after what they want. Yeah. And because they are thinking about failure in the past, not necessarily like failure. This could look like a lot of things. Basically, just a lot of pain and things that really, really didn't work out in the past. So, yes, the past still haunts them. But they are feeling very brave, but they're feeling very cautious. And they're feeling confident in their ability to pursue this, but very cautious about the timing of it and whether it is the correct timing and whether they will be ready and what it means to be ready and all of that kind of thing. Yes, and death. Yes, this person has been through a lot. They've been through a powerful transformation. They probably have some kind of trauma in their past. And it's made them really sort of keep to themselves. Um, this is sort of new for them to want to fight for something like this. but they're in love. Oh my God. Okay, and if you're reading this as like not, if you're reading this for one of the other scenarios, which I think this is pretty much a love reading, but if this person is thinking about something else, then they're in love with some other course of action that they want to take, but something has really sparked their heart space. And for most, yeah, this pretty much this person is in love with somebody who's coming forward in the feminine energy, or somebody who's very nurturing, I'll put it that way. So it doesn't have to be a feminine, but somebody who is just, wow, somebody that they just have a lot of love for, like the most love that they could possibly have. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups together is the most love that can possibly exist in tarot. And so they've been waiting. Actually, they've been super, super patient in this process, because that's actually admirable considering the feelings that they have, but they're trying to figure out how to pursue this correctly. And actually, I'm getting a thread for some people. This person is thinking about getting a divorce, and that's what all the death card and pain and trauma in the past and not having wanted to take action before and being concerned about finances, that all adds up. For some people, this person, what they're thinking about is taking the next step with somebody else. And so they're thinking about getting a divorce. But that's not for everybody watching this pile. So this is about somebody wanting to do things the right way and just being really patient and thinking about what is fair and what is right, and how they can pursue this with integrity. Yeah, this person is taking a lot of time to think about how they want to pursue this, but in taking time to think about this, also they've thought about whether this is something that they actually really want, and they've decided that it really is. But good God, have they held back? This person has really, really, really held back, because they feel like it's going to be a struggle. They just know that it's going to be a struggle. And so they're just thinking very carefully, almost like a chess game. Like they have to take all the time that they need before they make their move because they have to be careful about it. Interesting. All right, and that's all I have for pile one. So I hope that that was clarifying. Thank you so much for watching pile one. You're certainly welcome to watch another pile, if you are wondering about somebody else or you just want to keep watching. Um, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again another time. All right. And pile two is our hematoid quartz. Here we go. Welcome, pile two. If you chose the hematoid quartz heart, then this is your pile. Let's find out what the person on your mind is thinking. But first, let's do a little energy check-in. Just get a few cards to describe this person on your mind. This person is a domestic goddess, or potentially a domestic god. Um, this person has been arrogant at times. This person either is religious or used to be religious, is or was depressed and is psychic, perhaps a seer specifically. This person is very intuitive. And I'm kind of getting a feminine. Yeah, I'm getting. Okay, tell me about the person on pile two's mind, please. Person on pile two's mind. Thank you. The mystic. Yes, you're thinking about somebody who is, and on the bottom we have the magician. Yeah, so you're thinking about somebody who is very intuitive. She might be a witch. She or he, but this person is in the feminine. Coming through in the feminine, I'm going to go ahead and say she, but adjust the genders however you need to. Okay. Okay, what is on this person's mind? How are you doing, pile two? I hope you guys are having a great day. This person is reading. This person may enjoy reading. Um, this person could be reading like relationship self-help books, or they may be reading about things like astrology, human design, something about that. This person is really focused on their home, their house, their family. This person is very focused on their family. This person feels a bit stuck in their life. We did get depressed. This person has a lot of pain, either from something happening recently or something in the past, and they are just working on self-care, just basically just hanging out at home, reading a lot. I'm getting reading some sort of self-help or something like that, maybe something new age or occult or something, and a very cozy vibe. Oh, that's interesting and different, but look, they're feeling restless. This person is grounded at home for some reason. They're stuck at home for some reason, and they're working on self-care. They're doing a lot of reading, but they feel restless. Also, the person on your mind may look somewhat like this, potentially. I don't know why I'm getting that. This woman has brown hair. Um, yes, this person wants to start something new. The woman in the picture has brown hair and brown eyes. Um, oh, they're excited about something. They're thinking about something that they're excited about that they want to start doing. It could be a class that they want to take, or it could be a travel. They may want to go somewhere. They may want to start learning an instrument or something like that. They may want to start pursuing something musical. They may actually have an idea for a book that they want to write. There's some sort of idea that they've had, and they're really excited about it, and they want to focus on it. And for some reason, they can't take as much action towards this as they want, perhaps none. And so they're feeling very restless. They're really trying to balance out their connections with other people, because I think this person has been an overgiver, and they're really trying to balance their life while still taking care of everybody, but being able to heal themselves and recharge themselves. Yeah, they want to pursue the things that they are really excited about right now, the things that feel like magic. And but they're just not feeling their best right now. They're really focused on becoming stronger and more balanced. Yeah, this person is really, really focused on, I got recovery. This person could be in recovery, or they could be recovering from an illness. Um, they're really prioritizing peace in their life, and also um love, friendship, connection, all of that kind of thing. And they feel like they have to be very careful, and they're very risk averse. And it's possible that they're still physically healing from something and that they literally have to be very careful with their body right now. But either way, they feel like they need to be careful with their body, mind, and soul. And so this person, it could be all, I don't want to say all in the head. It could be psychological, that this person is healing from trauma and just really feels like they need to stay close to home right now. They're really prioritizing their relationships and connections, but at the same time, they're also trying to learn how to balance their relationships and connections so that those are not draining them. Yeah, I'm really getting that this person wants to travel and is not able to for some reason. And I don't think it's financial. I think it is either um physical or um let's do these next. Okay. It's either physical or psychological, emotional, or both. What's on the person on pile two's mind? What's on that person's mind? That was great. I hear you. They are thinking about either something they read or something from the past. They're really thinking about something from the past. Yes, they are. That's what I'm getting. It was kind of weird and it stuck in their head because it was kind of weird. Tell me more about this thing that they're thinking about, please. I think it was something that somebody said that stuck in their head. Yeah, please tell me more. This person is really focusing on, this person has in their life really prioritized doing what they believe is the right thing to do. This person is really driven by a sense of duty, and this person hasn't really allowed themselves to go after things that they want or even say things that they really wanted to say a lot of the time in their life. Um, but something that somebody said has kind of stuck with them a lot, and it actually has really started, it's changed everything. I think because this person has been sort of stuck at home for a while or were stuck at home for some period of time for some reason, they have been sort of reading more or even maybe listening to podcasts, listening, reading, that kind of thing. Maybe watching YouTube videos, this sort of thing. And some concept, something that somebody said or wrote, really has stuck with them and been on their mind for quite a while. Yes, because it made sense to them. It really made sense to them about why their life has been the way that it is and why they've sort of been creating things the way that they have been. And this person is going through a very internal process of self-awareness and thinking about the choices that they've made and how they've set up their life and how they could do it a little bit differently. Yeah, this person is going through a very internal process. This person is thinking a lot and is a deep thinker. I think this person is really like a reader, a thinker. They're trying to create more authenticity in their life, and I need to switch decks. Okay, thank you. What's on the person on pile two's mind? And that came out in the last reading, the sun. Yeah, the sun is coming through really strongly right now. There's something really powerful leading up to the June 21st solstice. And I'm not sure why. I do want to do a reading and try to dig into that later, why that keeps coming up in readings. But I'm getting that, not just my readings. A lot of people thinking more about authenticity and freedom, what they came here to do and how to show up more that way. This person is thinking about stepping out more. They're thinking about expectations, what society expects of them. They're thinking about being more authentic, saying what's on their mind, setting boundaries, trusting their intuition, being more independent. And for some in this group, they're thinking about a divine counterpart, an extremely high level soul connection because we have um the Hierophant and the High Priestess, who are the most highly awakened and most highly evolved and most mature versions of the divine counterparts. So whereas the Emperor and the Empress are the mother and father archetypes and um the divine counterparts, the Hierophant and the High Priestess are the grandmother, grandfather archetypes and the highest evolution of the divine counterparts. We also have signs here, Leo, Taurus, Pisces, and Gemini. What's on this person's mind? This person may be thinking of commitment versus individuality and independence. This person has always prioritized other people and would like to continue prioritizing connection. This is somebody who really values their family and connections. However, they also desire to have more authenticity in their life. They're thinking about all of their options and what they really want to do. They're trying to develop more clarity. Yes, this person is thinking about making a move. This person is deeply thinking about making a move. This person may also be thinking about commitment and possibly taking the next step in a relationship. This person could be thinking about literally moving. This person is probably thinking about commitment. If they're in a commitment, they're thinking about how can they show up differently in that commitment and um still be true and loyal to their commitments while also being authentic and true to themselves, because this person feels like in giving to their friends, connections, commitments, they've betrayed themselves or they've not been true to themselves. And so if this person is not in a committed relationship, they're thinking about how can I take that step and step into that space and not lose myself and not lose my freedom and still be authentic and true to myself. And if they are in a commitment, they're thinking about how can I be more authentic and more true to myself um and also keep my word and also, all these things. This is what they're thinking about right now. And they're thinking about what their options are, and they are trying to trust their intuition and develop clarity. This person is operating at a very high level of spiritual awareness and clarity, though, because they've gone through a very internal process. We're getting a lot of cards that we did get from the last reading, which is really interesting because they are actually pretty different. But this person is also thinking about taking the next step with something, and it could be a hobby again. So it could be writing a book, starting a band, it could be taking a class, only if that class is something that's like fun or related to art or music in some way. They could be thinking about learning to play an instrument. However, for many, this person is thinking about taking the first step or one of the first steps in a relationship, like asking somebody out on a date, dating, expressing their feelings, that kind of thing. This person may be thinking about, if they're single, this person is thinking about getting out there, what that would look like, to just sort of put themselves out there more. Okay, and that's all that I'm getting for pile two. So thank you so much for watching. You may feel called to watch another reading. You certainly are welcome to do so. If you like this reading, I love it when you like the video. It really helps me more than you know. And okay, now I'm not editing these out, so I'm just going to go ahead and get set up for pile three. We have the Sardonyx. There it is. I love this. Okay. Pile three, welcome to your reading if you chose the Sardonyx or the black stripe agate. This is a really cool stone that's associated with extreme emotions, balancing and soothing when you have really, really painful or intense emotions. This brings so much soothing peace. And yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain in words. Really, really beautiful stone. Okay. We're going to get a few cards to describe your person, kind of help you know if you picked the right pile. And you're certainly welcome to watch multiple piles. Okay, oh, we already had a couple. Oh, yeah, nope, I'm gonna not pick those. I just don't want to go there right now. Not feeling like it, you guys. That's okay. The energy is going to come out however how am I trying to say this? If I put a couple of cards back, the energies will still come out. Okay, they might just express through a different similar card. Oh, okay, the person on your mind could be a mom, or could be your mom. You could be thinking about your mom. This person on your mind could be codependent. They're cute. They may travel a lot. This person is very sort of calm, quiet, unbothered, oh, but anxious. Okay. That's unbothered but anxious. Okay. This person may tend to be anxious but has it they have it under control. This person may tend to be codependent, this mom. This person may travel a lot. This person may be quiet. This may be your mom. Let's see. Person on your mind. What is on their mind? Oh, wait, we want, here we go. Get a couple of these Sacred Wealth Code Oracle cards to describe this person. The organizer, yes, okay. Yes, this person, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the communicator, Mercury, and this is the organizer, Saturn. So, signs that are coming out are Capricorn and Gemini, but it doesn't have to be one of those signs, okay? This person could work in some sort of like field where they are a professional organizer, administrator, assistant, or they could work in something like accounting, or they could just be very organized. Okay, what is on this person's mind? Person on pile three's mind, what is on this person's mind? Their home, foundation, something's blocked. What's on this person's mind? Intentions. This person is thinking about their home and the foundation of their home, and they're feeling very overwhelmed, and they're setting intentions for what they want to have happen or how they would like it to be. This person may be setting an intention to have more love in their life, or to show up in their relationship better, perhaps to have a renewal, or it's possible that this person wants to pursue a relationship with somebody, but they feel blocked because they have to take care of their home responsibilities. This person could be a mom, and she is focused on her children and her home, but perhaps she's wanting to pursue something with somebody. It's also, yeah, we'll see. Yes, this person feels very blocked, locked up, and it makes them very frustrated and angry. There also may be conflict in the home that's very overwhelming. This person is working on self-care. They're focusing on their friendships and career. This person is working on like their health a lot. They may be doing like a workout routine. They're also budgeting. This person is very organized and is really working on strengthening their position and taking care of themselves, strengthening their foundation, taking care of everything. But their intention and their wish is that they could have more freedom to pursue a relationship, either with a specific person or just to have more love, romance, and fun in their life. But they're really working on taking care of their home base and their family, possibly children, health, and financial health. Yes, for some of them, there's a specific man whom they're thinking about specifically, who makes them feel really happy and joyful when they think about that person. And actually, I'm getting that the person on your mind looks at this person on social media, may connect with this person on social media, and thinks about being able to, oh, they may have followed each other on social media. Okay, interesting. That's just for some. That's not for everybody. Hmm. Yeah. If there was a potential connection online, she has retreated from it. If she's in a connection, she's thinking about going on vacation, with her partner so that they can get away and focus on each other more. But she's not feeling super I don't want to say she's not feeling super hopeful, actually, because I think she is, but she needs a miracle. She feels like she needs a miracle. She set an intention. She's really working on she's really disciplined. She's really like connecting with her friends and family, in a healthy way. She's working on taking care of herself, her body, her finances, everything. But nevertheless, she feels like she needs a miracle. And I think she's working on trying to manifest that. Okay. Person on pile three's mind. What's on their mind? It's a lot of work. Yeah. Whoosh. I mean, this woman really is. If she's a woman, if she's not, she's, in the feminine, but let's just say it's a mom and a woman. She feels like she feels good about her values. She feels like she's living her values. She feels like she's living in alignment with her values, but it's a lot of work. Um, She also feels like she has to be really brave, and that's not quite the word that I want. She has to be really confident in what she's doing because she's getting a lot of opposition, or she feels like she's getting a lot of opposition. A lot of people don't understand what she's doing or don't appreciate. She feels not appreciated for what she's doing. The difference is if it doesn't resonate, getting in the car to leave when you're not getting anywhere, that I'm sorry. I think sometimes she thinks about leaving the situation that she's in. She's always thinking about, like, does it resonate? Am I aligned with my values? And it's something that she keeps thinking about because she does feel sometimes like she's not getting anywhere. And she feels bad about thinking about that. It's a little heavy, y'all. I'm willing. The thing is that she's willing to put in the work and she's willing to do all of this, but she wants to feel like it means something and that it's going somewhere. She, yeah. What's on the person on pile three's mind? What's on their mind? Just clarify, thank you. Yeah, the thing though is that even though she's willing to do everything, in the past, she's not prioritized relationships with people who have loved her because of her vulnerability and humanness. I think that she's built a life and surrounded herself with people who love her because of what she can do, but they don't even really appreciate it that much because they don't, I hate to say this, maybe they don't know her that well, or she's not really allowed herself to be known on that level because she just stays busy all the time. And now she's willing to. I think she feels guilty about that, maybe letting some stuff go, but she's just thinking about What would that look like? What would she let go of? Getting in the car to leave. What does that mean? What does it look like? What in her life is the busy part that needs to be released? These are the things that she's thinking about. And for different people, that's going to be different things. Something's going to change in her life really soon. She's going to get some information, or some sudden change is going to happen, or some sudden information. She may get an email or a message, or also it could be a news, could be, yeah. That's interesting. She's actually already thinking about it. She's thinking about leaving or somebody leaving, and she's making plans. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I don't know if it's because of her anxiety and that she's always preparing for every possible scenario, but she's already making plans for a huge change. She's making plans either to leave or making plans for somebody else to leave. It's possible that she knows that somebody in her family is going to leave. Somebody could be moving. She could be getting ready for a child to move out. She could be helping a child move out. Or she could be getting ready to leave, but I don't think so. I think it's somebody else in the family who's getting ready to leave. She's also preparing for the worst. She's preparing for an accident, or some sort of like crisis or natural disaster or something like that. Like these are the sorts of things that she has in mind. And she's hyper vigilant. She's always worried about getting bad news. What's on her mind? What will be helpful to know? Yeah, she's not where she wants to be financially. And she's had to kind of let that go. Yeah. Yeah, but she's preparing to let go of somebody. Again, it could be a child, it could even be a breakup or a split. It it can be a difficult conversation, and she's had to just let go of her insecurity because she just has to surrender to it because she knows it's coming. And she knows she has to let go. Wow, and that came out in the last one too. Yeah, for some it's a divorce. And then for others, it's just trying to manage in a balanced way um through the changes of life, such as potentially launching an adult child who could be going off to college or something like that. Yeah, but she knows that a big change is coming and she's trying to meet it in a fair and balanced way. So that's what preoccupies her mind at this time. And pile three, that was your message. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please feel free to watch another pile if you want. I do have three more. The timestamps are going to be in the description box. Let's see, we have the next pile is going to be optical calcite. Okay. Optical calcite. Oh. Give me one moment. Okay. Welcome pile four. If you chose the optical calcite, which is also called Icelandic Spar, which is associated with intuition, clarity, renewal, and healing, then this is your reading. Great. Thank you. So let's see, someone on your mind. What is on that person's mind? Let's get a few Signifier cards. Let's get a few descriptor cards for this person. Interesting. A piece of the calcite actually just broke off of the calcite. Interesting. Okay. All right. Descriptor cards for this person. Outdoorsy. Green eyes. Scientific. Generous. Tattooed. Okay. So if this does not in any way describe the person on your mind, then you can go ahead and probably pick a different pile. But if the person on your mind is outdoorsy, scientific, generous, has green eyes and tattoos, then this may be your pile. Let's see, what is that person? Well, first let's get I'm going to use the Sacred Wealth Code Oracle to kind of get an archetype card for this person. What archetype is this person in right now? Oh, interesting. Thank you. The collaborator, the moon, I co-create. This person could be a, this person, can I speak? This person could be sign of Cancer. A celebrity. This person could be really well known. This person could be an artist. They also could be a performer. This person also could just be a leader. This person could be on social media. They could be yeah. Could be a lot of things. Anything where they're collaborating in a creative sense and they're kind of in the spotlight in some sense. Okay. All right. If that describes the person on your mind, then let's see what's on their mind. Person on file four's person's mind. Okay, we had outdoorsy come out before, and this person could work in the outdoors, or they just gain a lot of peace from walking outdoors, hiking. This person has had to have a lot of patience because something that they want has been blocked for financial reasons. This person has had to be on a budget because they're thinking about, there may be a trip that they want to take. They may be planning for a vacation or planning to travel. Yes, I see this person walking outside and thinking a lot about something that they want to do. It's something that they're excited about. Yes, this person may be thinking about pursuing something that they're passionate about. Oh, dance. This person could be a dancer or they could be in dance, involved in something, some art form that involves dance potentially. This person may also ride a motorcycle and like to ride their motorcycle out of doors. This person is thinking about traveling. This person may need to travel for work. This person, yeah, something that this person wants to do, they cannot do because of the financial cost. And so this person is actually very spiritual and they are really tapping in with, I'm even getting spirit guides. So this person is, um, Okay, for some of you, this is your divine masculine. For somebody, this is your divine masculine, and they can feel you. They can feel you, and they feel a spark of passion, and they're trying to think about how they can move towards you. They may not know who you are specifically, but they sense you. But they might know who you are because they know that it would require travel and discipline. Okay. That keeps coming out. Yeah. They want to take, yeah, they're in a position of really care. This person actually is somebody who's always taken good care of themselves. Maybe not always, but this person has already sort of mastered taking care of themselves. They typically take care of themselves. This is somebody who's pretty good at taking care of themselves. Um, but they feel really blocked around the idea of pursuing this. Now, either someone confessed to them, so somebody told them that somebody had a crush on them, right? Somebody confessed a crush to them and they rejected that person. Or they're thinking about confessing to somebody else their feelings for someone that they have. They're thinking about pursuing this passion that they have, but it's a big no right now. If they're a generator, the way that in human design, those who have generator or human generator aura or energy, you can, if you're in tune with your energy, you can immediately feel usually whether something is a yes or a no, like yes, pursue this, no, don't pursue this. So for this person, it's a no right now, and they may not be a generator, but in whatever way that they tune in with their energy, they know that the timing is not right. Okay. Ooh, I've been forgetting that I have these Pixie Lenormand cards I wanted to use, and I haven't used them since pile one. Okay. That may be pertinent to your reading. They may be thinking about all of their resources that they have to pursue this. What's on this person's mind? Also, actually, I just noticed that these two men look kind of similar to each other. This may be kind of like what this person looks like. This person could have dark hair. We already got before green eyes, but this person could have dark hair and perhaps a beard or mustache or something like that. And if that doesn't describe the person, then it doesn't mean it's not your reading. The key, yes, this person is trying to figure it out. What is the key to this? Let's see. And 33 is sometimes considered a master number. In the Lenormand deck, this is one of the last cards. It's not the last card. This is a positive card, the key. It means like, what's the access point? Like, how do we open the door? Is the door open? How do we master this? How do we move forward securely? What's the solution? How can we do this successfully? Something feels really important. Um, yeah. Oh, some information. Okay, so this person is thinking about some information, possibly a communication, an email, a literal letter, but it could just be some information that they received that kind of felt like the key. They also could be thinking about communicating. How do they communicate in a way that will be received successfully, that will be received well? But I think that they're thinking about how to respond to some information that they received. Something lucky. What do we have here? The clover. Yeah, something seems lucky. They also want to know if this is, they also want to know that it's not like a short term. that it's not just going to be a fling. They are trying to tune into knowing, they're trying to tune into their intuition about whether this is just a crush, just a fling, or whether this is like the key, like the thing, the path to follow. But it also, the clover right next to the key can also mean that there's going to be some sort of lucky um serendipitous solution that comes forward to them, or they're trying to think what that would be. Yeah, this person feels protective of themselves and potentially of this other person that they're thinking about in the coffin. Um, yeah, there's some kind of like negative event or some kind of trouble, danger, or what number is the clouds? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Um, yeah, the coffin can be grief, illness, actual death, endings, sicknesses. The bear is finances and protection. So this person is thinking about how to protect themselves, and also they are feeling protective of the person that they're caring about. But where is the cloud? Yeah, ambiguity, confusion, depression, doubt, setbacks, uncertainty. Yes, this person is trying to head off some sort of bad outcome. This person is sort of trying to think about how they can manage the situation, how they can protect themselves and the people that they love so that an ending is not as negative as it could be. And specifically, they may be thinking about protecting a child or children. But also the child doesn't have to refer to a literal child. It can mean a new beginning. So they are wanting this new beginning. They think that this could be like this super lucky thing, this super lucky, I don't want to say opportunity, but it's like an opportunity for love and happiness that's come into their life. But they're thinking that it could be a very dangerous situation in some ways. So they're trying to think about how to pursue it carefully. And that's it for this deck, I'm being told. Yes, this person's being very strategic and careful and cautious and thoughtful. Okay. Yes, either they've realized that somebody has a crush on them and it's somebody that they're very interested in and they want to pursue it, but they're thinking about how, and they're also thinking about whether it's a good idea or not. But I think that they've decided that it is a good idea, but they're thinking about how they can do it carefully, or they're thinking about how to present their feelings of interest to somebody else in a way that will be received well and be successful. What is on this person's mind? So ashamed came out upside down. They are no longer feeling ashamed. They're no longer letting their shame hold them back. I don't want you to, oh, I hate this. I don't want you to leave. Yes. Or not love me back. That's it. No longer ashamed, but they hate this not knowing how it's going to go. Yes, if they pursue this relationship, they don't know, even if the person loves them or likes them back, they don't know like how will you know that the person will never leave? They feel like this happens to them. This is what happens to them when somebody's really special to them and everything seems to be going well, and then something, you know, something happens and it doesn't work out. So that's really what they're thinking about, is that they're just sort of on the precipice of beginning something, and I'm worried about how it might go. What's kind of weird? What's kind of weird? When we get into a routine. Oh, they may be afraid of getting into a routine in a relationship because they feel like that's when it gets bad. Like it's all fun and games when you're dating. Fundamental core differences. They're thinking about the differences between them and the person on their mind. The magnitude of it. Oh, yes, this person on their mind is very different than they are. So they're concerned about that. The thing that's so great, what to do next. Oh, I had a lot. Okay. Okay. Thing that's so great. People who love you because of your vulnerability and humanity, humanness. I'm reading it. Hmm. Yeah, they're really just thinking about what they should do next and how to pursue this. This is actually similar to a different pile that came through. This person is very strategic and is thinking about what their next move is and how they play this. That's funny. That's not something that I usually say. That's not a way that I talk, but that's the verbiage that I got is how do I play this? That's what they're thinking. This person is really scared of getting into a relationship and then getting distracted with something else. They're afraid that the person will leave them when they withdraw their attention because they're just focused on something else. Does that make sense? Like like they have faith that they know, like they have confidence that they know that a relationship will go well when they're giving that person their direct attention and they're like together. They know that they have a way with people that they're like very charming and likable and whatever. They have like really great human connection and emotional skills, but they feel like once they start to focus on something else in their life, the people in their life will get bored or leave or maybe even be unfaithful or something like that. Almost like they have to constantly watch people to like make them react to them in the way that they want them to. This person's thoughts are actually all over the place. They really, 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 really want to pursue this because they feel like this potential relationship that they're thinking about in their head that has not materialized, they feel like it could be the most important thing in their life, but they don't want to they don't want to lose the other important things in their life. They don't want to lose themselves either. That came up in a different pile. Yes, they're really kind of all over the place and going back and forth in their head about this. I think that they've really been trying to avoid this actually, but they feel like they have to pursue this. Yes, they've absolutely decided that yes, they're going to pursue this. 100% they're going to be brave and they're going to cut through. That's funny. I heard BS. They're going to cut through any and all BS is what I heard. Oh, funny. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's just a matter of how exactly. Um, yes, they're willing to leave things behind and they're willing to hurt. They're willing to have it be uncomfortable. They're willing to get their heart broken or be rejected. Yeah, they've just totally decided, period. They've just totally decided they're even ready. Yeah, they're really on the verge of doing something or saying something or something. Something, something. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really um emphasize how much they've had to decide to be okay with being rejected and having this totally blow up in their face. It's so wild. It's like that's what they've just decided. They're like, okay, this is gonna suck and this is gonna be stupid and I'm gonna hate this and I'm gonna be rejected and this is definitely not gonna work out, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I have to. Wow. And there is a spark of hope. Like, I think deep inside of them, they have connected with their intuition and they feel really hopeful about this, but they have so much fear and they've just really had to come to terms with that and be like, okay, well, I mean, if it blows up in my face, it blows up in my face. So it is what it is. Hmm. Mm-hmm. They are debating. Yeah, they're just debating how to show up. If they're thinking about communicating, they're literally thinking about the words to say. Yeah, I'm still getting, how do I play this? They're like, do I show up as a friend? Do I show up super romantic and like, and like be like a smooth operator? Do I show up professionally? Like how do I hmm. Yep, that's what they're thinking about. They may literally be writing something out and then crumpling it up, throwing it away and starting over. Gosh, what's on this person's mind right now? What's on this person's mind? A new beginning. Yeah, that card came out before as the novice. Oh my gosh, and we have divine counterparts again, the King and the Queen of Swords. Two people who have been through it. Hmm. But also could be air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Sorry, Aquarius. I'm like, we also have Aries on the board. Yeah, and double Gemini. And what is this? Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay. Yeah. 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 They know that they would be perfect together. That's it. They just know that they would be perfect together. Yeah. They just it's scary because they don't know how it's gonna go. They don't, yeah, I don't know. I think this person is like really overthinking this, but anyway, yep, I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like this, that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about pursuing something and they're just figuring out how to do it. Either somebody has confessed their feelings to this person and they're thinking about how do I pursue this? Um, or they're thinking about confessing their feelings to somebody and how do they play that? How do they express that? Like how are they gonna say that or whatever? So okay, pile four, that's your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, I love it when you like the video. But if not, that's okay. I'll just go cry. If you'd like to watch another reading, you certainly can. I'm gonna move right into pile five. Five is the number that comes after four. Oh, jeez. Getting punchy. Okay. And I don't edit out these videos at all because I don't like to. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. So let's see. What do we have? We have the red Jasper heart. Okay, and I feel like we need just a little. I don't know where anything is. I'm a mess, an absolute mess. All right, never mind. We need nothing. We're good. It's fine. We're cool. It is what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Welcome, pile five. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you chose pile five, you chose the red Jasper heart. Love this little guy. And let's find out what is the person on your mind, thinking about what's on their mind. What is on their mind? Let's get some description cards for the person on pile five's mind. Some description cards, please. Thank you. This person is competitive, but also a peacemaker. That's okay. I'm getting Aries Libra vibes. This person could be from another country. Or maybe they are bilingual. I don't know why I got that. Person is thoughtful. Yeah, this person could be a witch. This person is very gracious and charming. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna pick a Sacred Wealth Code Oracle card. Let's, kind of get an archetype for this person. We have the communicator, Mercury, so that's Gemini or Virgo. And the advocate, Saturn, that's Capricorn. Capricorn or Aquarius, actually. Okay, so we have potential signs, and it doesn't have to be these signs, are Aries, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius. Virgo, did I say Virgo? Or Virgo. This person could work in politics, more so on the campaign side of things. Yeah, or could literally work as an advocate. Why do I have glitter everywhere? I will never know. Okay. Mm, okay, what is on this person's mind? Hey, person on pile five's mind, what is on their mind? Aw, they want to play, but they're grounded. That's sad. This person could be literally grounded. They want to be with somebody and they can't be with that person and they're really sad about it. And they don't know what the future holds. That's what's on their mind. Tell me what's on pile five's person's mind. What is the person on pile five's mind? What are they thinking about? The sun. They want to go on vacation. They want to go have fun. Yes. And we have the writer and the house. The writer, house, and the key. They want the key to get out of the house. Or maybe they want the key to a new house. The birds, communication. They may be talking with their friends about how to go on vacation, how to move. They want a different situation. They want their situation to change. We have the sun and the moon out. So let's see. Hmm. The sun represents brilliant happiness, vacation, fun, success, good fortune, luck, and the moon is also really positive in this deck. The moon is not a positive card in the traditional tarot deck, but this is the Lenormand deck. And the moon here is creativity, emotions, fame, honor, recognition. These two together definitely mean recognition. Also together can mean romance, wooing, seduction, a poetic storybook kind of love. Could be read as like divine counterparts. Yes, this person, this feeling of groundedness did come through in one of the previous piles too, actually. You may have messages in other piles if you felt drawn to another pile. This person either is eager to want to move or they feel stuck at home and they want to go out. They want to see somebody on their mind. They want to travel. They want to be with somebody. They want to go on vacation. They want to have fun. They want to play. They want to get out. That's, and they are trying to figure out the solution to be able to achieve those things. It is actually breaking their heart that they can't go do those things immediately. Yeah, there's something about the house that's inadequate or unwanted. So either they literally want to move, or there's just something, yeah, there's something, they feel stuck at home. Okay, it's on this person's mind. We can do this, right? Yeah, they're trying to figure it out how. They know they can do it. They're just trying to figure out how can we do this? How is it accomplished? Our version. Yes, they want to do it together in a way that works for both of you. If you guys are like the sun and the moon, you guys are kind of like, this is if they're thinking about you, because maybe they're thinking about somebody else. But let's say that they are thinking about you. This is somebody on your mind and you're also on their mind, and you two are like the sun and the moon. They're trying to figure out how you guys can do it in a way that works for both of you, even though you guys are kind of different or really different. I got really different. Okay. I'm kind of loving this person's energy. It's really it's funny. At the very beginning, didn't we get like competitive and peacemaker? This person is very I don't know how to explain it. It's very like Aries energy, actually. This person is like, that's bullshit. I can do everything. Hmm. So funny. They're trying to figure it out. I love you and I see you. But when I saw this card, I saw I love you and I want to see you. How does this work? Yeah, they're really trying to figure out how to make this work, but they're so set on it. They said that's going to happen. They're like, look, it's going to happen. I just have to figure out how. I don't know how, but it's going to happen, period. Make a lot of mistakes. It's scary and it feels dangerous. It was a joke. Oh, the glitter's coming from this. Okay. Okay. That's where the glitter's coming from. See, they're gonna figure it out. Yeah, they're gonna figure it out. The answers are coming. Tell me about it was a joke. What's on their mind? Tell them about it was a joke. I heard it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Yeah, it's really funny. Hmm. What's all fun and games? I heard it's all fun and games until someone catches feelings. To be careful. Hmm. Clarify, please. Wow. Um, so remember how the play card came out first, if this person naturally has a very playful energy, yes, this person naturally has a very playful energy, and they tend to try to keep things at, I don't want to say surface level, but let's say a lighter level. And something really got under their skin though. Something really got to them and it kind of blew them away. And on one hand, they're like, this is bullshit. And it's very motivating because this person is somebody who's used to being like, well, if I want it, I'm going to make it happen. If I want it, I'm going to go get it. But this is more complicated than that. This is deeper than that. And on one hand, they kind of feel like, well, that's stupid. This is a joke. But it's not a joke. It keeps bothering them. It keeps being something that they actually care about. And then they turn around and project it like, well, what if it's a joke to you, the other person? What if it's a joke to the other person? And they keep trying to sort of laugh about this, but this isn't something they can really this thing won't really let them play it off, as it were. I don't know if I'm making sense. Um, what's on their mind? The difference is, yeah, this is different. What they're going through is different than what they're used to. The magnitude of it, yes, because it's really big. It feels really big. And so that's kind of getting their attention. They're like, okay, no, this is different. And then what do I do with that? They may begin to feel, they may be thinking now that they have made a lot of mistakes. Anything else? It's interesting. I feel like this person is very sort of cut and dried in their thinking. I don't know what there's not a lot of layers to their thinking. And that doesn't mean that they're not smart. They're just so matter of fact. Like this person is so decisive that they're not going over and over it. They are going over it and over it more than they're used to because they'll be like, oh no, it's just whatever, I don't care. And then it comes back and they're like, oh, okay, no, maybe this is something. I'm like really simplifying this and I don't feel like I'm explaining it well at all, but yeah, I think I'm explaining it very poorly. Just don't get, yeah, this person really generally just does not care what people think at all. They tend to just, if they want something, they go for it. If they want something, they figure out what they need to do and they do it and they get it. Like that's their energy. This person actually may be an Aries or they have some sort of strong Aries placement. Um, what they're trying to pursue now is bigger, harder, and scarier than what they're used to, because there's more feelings involved. This person is not somebody who's typically like heart on their sleeve or anything like that. This person is not typically sensitive. This person is very independent. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, yes, but and that has them thinking about this more than they typically think about anything, really. They are thinking about other people involved. Yeah, they don't care what other people think, but you can't control how other people may affect the situation. Hmm. Not getting anywhere. Oh, mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to dig into this a little bit more. I mean, I'm trying to get some more thoughts from this person. I don't know. They're not really having any other thoughts, really, though. I mean, I think this is initially something that they didn't want. I think either you or they were with other people. I think this person, the person on this person's mind, and I've sort of been assuming that it was you, the viewer, but like, whoever it was. I think that person was with somebody else. They were thinking about that and they didn't care. They didn't want to have it be important to them or pursue it, but then they feel like they have to. So they're just trying to figure it out. Okay. I hope that was helpful, Pile. Bye. And thank you so much for watching. And I also invite you to watch another pile if you'd like to. I'm not editing out the videos. We're going to move right into the last pile, pile 6. This beautiful blue opal with black tourmaline. Welcome, pile 6. If you chose the blue Peruvian opal with black tourmaline and some pyrite inclusions, then this is your pile. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out what somebody on your mind is thinking about. What are they thinking about? What's on their mind? First of all, let's get a couple descriptor cards. This person is somebody who's very defensive. Oh, I got, okay, engineer. This person may be an engineer of some kind. Somebody flipped. Who flipped? Descriptor cards for the person on pile 6's mind. This person is very capable. Ouch. Okay. I had a flipper. I swear I had a flipper. Okay, whatever. Descriptor cards for the person on pile 6's mind. This person may be immature. This person has a very enthusiastic personality. They may be young, or they're young at heart. Oh, it's the green-eyed person again. All right, maybe. This person may have green eyes. All right, okay. Um, all right. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're gonna pull a Sacred Wealth Code Oracle card. These are like archetypes. Tell me about the person on pile 6's mind, please. Describe the person on pile. That's a lot. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Okay. We have the Sage. That's Jupiter. The Truth will set you free. And the Artist, Venus. This person could be a Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, or Taurus or Libra, or Capricorn or Aquarius. This person, okay, I said this person might be, this person might be young. The person may not be young. This person might actually be, this person is very wise, actually. There's no age coming out here. This person is both young at heart and wise. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's on this person's mind. What are they thinking about? They're feeling very restless. They're thinking about making a move. This person is very intuitive and is trying to tune into their inner guidance to know what would be most nourishing for them, for themselves, like what's the right step to take. They want to leave something. They want to exit a situation. They may have exited a situation already, but I think that they're thinking about how to do that. They may want to leave a job, or they may want to move to an entirely new metropolitan area. They may want to leave a relationship. They're thinking about who's involved. Yeah, they want to pursue a relationship. They do. Yeah, once again, the person on your mind is thinking about pursuing a relationship. They want to share. They may want to propose to somebody, actually. Yeah, somebody wants to propose, or somebody wants to share their feelings with somebody, hoping that it would eventually lead to a commitment. They're really tuning into what is nourishing for their soul. They have been feeling really restless, and now they're ready to make the changes necessary. Yes, they have a different perspective now. They've gained a different perspective. It's possible that somebody's newly single, or that somebody has found out that somebody's single, or that somebody has offered an invitation. Yeah, somebody may have told them how they felt about them. Again, that's coming through. Somebody may have told this person that they're single, available, and interested in them. Or this person is thinking about saying that to somebody else. Or again, this person may be thinking about proposing, depending on, what stage it's at. There's some sort of boundaries, though. This person is thinking about there's some parameters. I'm not sure. And this person is feeling overwhelmed, thinking about such a big step. And right now, that overwhelm has them paralyzed. They are currently paralyzed from taking action. But they feel really positive about this. They feel actually really joyful about this, and feel they know very strongly, like they feel really confident in this decision. They're just overwhelmed by the magnitude of it, and so they are kind of paralyzed at the moment. If they have to exit something, though, they've already decided to do so. And this person is very intuitive, very like focused on their intuition, and definitely wants a commitment. Thank you. I'm gonna get actually some Pixie. Pixie Lenormand. At the bottom of the deck, we have coffin, so something may have already ended, or they're thinking about ending something. They may have heard that something ended with somebody else. Yes, something may have ended with somebody else. So if there was somebody else involved, then that's over. Yes, the coffin came out again. The letter. Yes, they received information that something was over, or they're going to they're going to let somebody know that something's over. Either way, either they have found out that has ended, something's over, or they're going to tell somebody else. This is a previous situation. Some sort of third party situation is over. I have to look up the tree. I just don't remember right now. Here, let's see. Health, growth, consequences, enduring, grounding. Yeah. This can also be associated with the month of May. Yeah, they want to ground this situation because they believe that it can be a healthy long-term relationship, and they want it to be a healthy long-term relationship. They want to pursue it correctly. And also may be significant, the month of May. The fox. This is somebody who is crafty, sneaky, shrewd, strategic. Somebody may be hiding their feelings. Verify. Hmm. Okay, and we have the stork, which is something new, and the scythe. Yeah, it's possible that there was somebody who was being sneaky, deceptive, or, manipulative or something like that, and they're cutting that out. They've separated from that person. Specifically, somebody may have been deceptive about a pregnancy or a new beginning. Somebody may have tried to manipulate them with a pregnancy or a supposed pregnancy or a child. Coughing is confirmation. Yeah. Somebody may have been baby trapped or attempted to be baby trapped, but that is over. That's over. That's somebody's cutting that out. Yeah. And it's bringing in an actual new beginning, like a real, authentic, healthy new beginning. But these are the things that they're thinking about. Yes, they feel like they're at a crossroads right now. Not because they don't know which way to go, but because they are on the verge. They may be looking for a house or thinking of, yeah, they're thinking about moving, thinking about, oh my goodness, can you stop dropping everything on the floor? Yep. And they're thinking about proposing. Yep, they're thinking about buying a house, moving into somebody else's house or thinking about moving and proposing. Yep. Yep. That's pretty cool. If not proposing, then commitment, but I mean that's what the ring means. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do these. What is on pile six's mind? Oh, hell yes. I had a dream, honor that. Yes. So the person that this person is thinking about moving towards, which let's say that could be you, it's an oh hell yes. Like they're so into this. This person is very intuitive and they've had a dream about this. I'm getting lots of confirmation with this pile. I keep dropping cards, which is getting annoying. Just get this one. Okay, yes, this person had a dream and they definitely honor that. Like they believe their dream. They believe that one day you guys will be together. Yeah. If they said something that they don't feel good about, they plan to apologize. Actually, I got that. They're just figuring out what to do next. Yeah. Dying on the inside. That's really eating them up, actually. Figuring out what to do next is really eating at them. Yes, because they're procrastinating. They've been avoiding it and they're tired and exhausted. They feel like they're there with you in spirit. This person is very spiritually tuned in, very spiritually tuned in. But they want to go see you in person, period. They want to actually live with you. They want to be with you in person. This is if they're thinking about you. If they're thinking about somebody else, then they want to be with that person in person. They want to be together and living with that person, but they're afraid that what they say won't match what's in their heart. They are afraid of not being able to express themselves the way that they want to. That's really what is causing them to really hold back. But it's only a matter of time because they really believe in their intuition and the dreams that they've had and the signs that they've had. And yeah, it's a hell yes for them. Look on this person's mind. Thank you. Ace of Wands, that came out for another pile too as the first card to come out. Yeah, it's a hell yes. They're really excited about this. This is just a big, big, absolute, easy yes. It's just, how do we get there? That's the delay. Seven of Wands. Yes, this person is a defensive person. They do tend to hide their feelings a lot. They feel like they have to be careful. This person is extremely intuitive and having dreams. And yes, they do feel like they need to apologize for something. Or come clean. That's what I heard, come clean. Maybe it's not an apology per se. They feel like they need to be honest and clear. But the funny thing is they don't feel clear themselves right now. Like they do feel like it's a clear yes. It's a clear yes. That's very clear and obvious. It's interesting. The Seven of Cups keeps coming out like this. We have been getting a lot of similar cards. These are like different versions of a similar story. So definitely watch some of the other piles that might resonate for you. But yes, this person is really debating their options, not as far as like different people. They're very set on one person. They're just figuring out how to pursue that, how to show up, what to say, how to express themselves, how to move forward in a way that is stable and healthy and will build a solid long-term foundation. And this, in this pile, this is somebody who's coming back. Not necessarily an ex, but it could have been like sort of a false start or something that never got off the ground, or it could be an ex. Um, yeah, somebody wants to either reconcile, apologize, explain themselves, something like that. Interesting. I just heard you were right. This person wants to tell the person on their mind you were right all along. The tiger may be significant. I don't know why I'm getting that. Anything else for pile six? What's on the person on pile six's mind's mind? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this is going to manifest, period. What I mean is this is going to materialize. If you may have watched a lot of sort of tarot readings and things, and you feel sometimes like, oh, you know, people say, oh, this person's going to communicate, this person's going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to want to commit, whatever, and it never happens. If this pile resonates with you, if it doesn't, then whatever, you can just watch for fun. But if this pile resonates with you and you're like, yes, this is my pile, this is materializing. Like we got yes, 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 and this is in the material. Like this is actually going to happen. This person is just figuring out how, and it's inevitable. Like it's already in progress. This can't be stopped. And that's it. That's the reading that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got something out of that, and I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day. Take care, and maybe I'll see you another time.